Hello, everybody. And wow, it has been a while since we've done our podcast, but we are back in 2023. Jabid is on the other side. Jabid, how are you doing?
Hello, people. I'm great. How have you been, Snoop?
Yeah, I've been good. I've been good. Do you have a good Christmas and New Year's?
I did.
Even
Very
though that
short
now
one.
seems ages away.
It does, doesn't it? But I still find myself asking people, "Hey, how's your break?" Even though it's a month now.
True, true. But yeah, a lot has been happening since we last had our podcast in the
A lot
tech world.
has. Yes, yeah, a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of ugly. Um, it's been an
Yeah,
interesting last couple weeks.
it has been. It has been. Right. We're going to get straight into this. And for our listeners, we will explain one or two things. But the big thing, Chat GPT.
Hmm.
Do you want to go over what that is, Javid, for everybody out there?
ChatGPT is open source, I believe, open
Hmm.
source language model AI that has been taking the world by storm. I've been using it myself to basically answer questions I'm a bit too lazy to Google, but it goes beyond just your standard Googling. You can really get it to do most things. Just the other day, I got it to give me a quick and easy recipe filled with protein because I was too lazy to make my own shopping list. And it gave me like three different recipes.
Really?
Yeah, and I kept complaining at first, like, oh, make a tofu scramble. I'm not feeling tofu. And it's like, oh, if you don't like tofu, here's some chicken. And then I said, oh, that recipe seems a bit bland. So, oh, here's how you can spice that up, add these ingredients and change these steps. So it remembers everything you've asked it, and it will constantly sort of go back on itself and just improve the answers it's giving you. It's great. It is. Those are some silly examples of how you can use it, but people can
I
use it for
know, I
work.
know. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've used it to help me draft an email to say, hey, I want to say XYZ. Can you draft it in a nice manner? But I want to complain about B. And it just drafted everything out for me. It was insane, absolutely insane. I have to admit, uh, this is going to be next level thing. And Microsoft are in bed with OpenAI, and they're beginning to roll out um, teams with Chat GPT and image features, which they announced about 20 hours ago.
Yeah, it's it's crazy. Like everyone's not everyone, but it's been sort of murmured about for a couple months now, since it was released. But in the last 2 months, it's really gone crazy with like people just changing the way they're looking at AI completely and wanting to adopt it ASAP. So
Yeah,
this might be
yeah,
the year of the AI.
yeah, no, it could be. But talking about AI and how it's clever enough to give responses, it's not at the stage where it understands stuff. It's obviously has taken a lot of people to do stuff in the back end to say when somebody does this, do that. But it's just the collective effort that's been put into it to get to this point. So definitely this is the start of something beautiful, but also something very dangerous. So we'll have to watch this space, and we'll definitely talk about AI bots and all of that in coming podcasts that we will do. Other news, Sony finally selling their PS5s, which is good. However, their Sony VR headsets, they've already touted it as to be a flop. Hardly any pre-orders. What is your view on the AR VR world now?
I want to back up a bit. Flop is the wrong word for what Sony's doing. They just cut back their sales projections because I think they got a bit, I don't know, worked up over how much people care about VR nowadays. I think the ship has sailed on being the sort of industry standard VR, which is what they wanted initially. But it's a good,
Listen,
if you own a
listen,
PS5, it
VR, no,
might
no,
be
listen,
worth it.
listen, listen. AR, VR, in my view, is dead in the point of if you can't, all right, if you cannot just put an ordinary sized glasses on your face,
Hmm.
you've got this big thing over covering your face. I think we're still a long way where we need to be, right?
Hmm.
I think the other firm that are looking into it is Apple. We all waiting to see what they're going to bring, but we'll have to wait and see what happens in that space. Now I'm going to revert back to what we were talking earlier about Chat GPT.
Hmm.
February 8th, 5 days time, Google are having an event which might show off stuff to rival ChatGPT. What's your view on that? Do you reckon Google has got something?
They certainly have the manpower and the funds to have something. It seems to me like people are going to be scrambling to say, "Hey, I'm at the forefront of AI," and I feel like that's what Google's doing right now.
No, no. So I'm going to give a bit of a backstory. So Google have something in their
Mm,
pocket. What people don't realize, the parent company Alphabet, 60 to 65% of their revenue that comes in for Alphabet is normal Google web searches. Chat GPT challenges that thought,
hmm
right? Microsoft Bing, their version of their search engine, only brings them 5% of revenue. So Microsoft can kill off their search engine quicker than Google can. Like, where is Google going to get 60% of their finances? Do you know what I mean? So this is why we've not seen Google's hand, but I think they're being forced into it because of this whole chat GPT thing.
Hmm.
Now the problem is where are they going to find that balance where it isn't a detriment to the money that they're earning from ads and other stuff,
Oh,
right?
Snoop, trust me, they'll find a way to monetize it. Don't you worry about that. They'll do it somehow.
However, ChatGPT yesterday have got a waiting list for their paid service. As of
Oh,
yesterday, there's a wait list. So yeah, if you're really into that and already dabbling into it, and you can't wait to, and you hate to see that messages that they are at capacity, you could pay for a service.
are there any other features that are maybe make it worth paying for? Because my worry was they're going to scale back on the free features and say, hey, this is now in the paid version only.
They haven't given too much information. They're saying the free will be there. I think you're just gonna fight for your space, basically.
Okay.
So let's just see how it goes. Um, Amazon drones. The whole idea of drones dropping off packages. And it's really funny that they've only delivered to less than 6 or 7 houses in total with
It,
drones. Like, to be honest, I just worry about drones dropping my parcel.
I would love for a drone to drop off my parcel. It's a personal goal of mine to see that happen one day. But I
No,
can
no, no, no,
see,
no, no. But I don't want it dropping off and dropping it in the middle of a road and then a car running over what I've ordered. Do you know what I
ah,
mean?
right. Nope, fair enough. And no one wants that, not for your brand new RTX 4090 or whatever you decided to order, but I really do hope it does a little bit better than 8 packages or whatever the hell it was responsible for.
It is it is crazy. I mean, God knows what's happening with Amazon. I mean, they've obviously the other news that we've not really mentioned is the continuous trend of tech companies
Mm.
killing off, well, not killing off, but just, well, they've been killing off projects and people are losing their jobs. So a
Yeah,
bit a bit sad. Right, 1st of Feb, it gone away 2 days ago. Samsung event. Did you watch anything about it?
I've seen the highlights.
Yeah.
The S23 has piqued my attention.
Okay.
That camera seems stupid though. Stupid good or stupid crazy is what I'm still trying to decide.
Can I be honest with you?
Mm,
I had the S22 Ultra and I took it to Italy for a holiday last year with my wife,
mm.
and I took pictures and I was looking back at the pictures when I was making an album. And I have to admit, I was blown away with the quality of the images to a point that I'm thinking, do I want a phone with a better camera? Because I didn't care about cameras. But when I'm now beginning to take these pictures and I'm looking back and I'm putting it into when you can get these pictures printed into a
Yep.
book, I'm looking at the quality of the picture and I'm thinking, it's not that bad. I don't know. I think do you know what? My honest opinion, if you have an S20 or below or anything older, do the update. I think if you're on an S21, 22, maybe not.
What about for iPhone users? Do you think this is enough for them to make the switch? Because iPhone cameras have always been pretty good, pretty sturdy, but this I think does blow the 14 out of the water at least from the quick demo I saw.
True, but if you look on blind tests, the iPhone has never been near the top in terms of wow,
Ah,
pictures are great. It's never been near the top on blind tests. So I think the whole picture thing is when somebody says it's an iPhone, automatically people think, oh yeah, it's going to be amazing.
hmm.
But if you don't say where it's from, there actually are the iPhones actually get knocked out in the first couple of rounds in
I
terms
wonder
of.
why that is. Does it just happen to look better on the iPhone screen, or I really can't think of a good reason why that would happen.
I think, do you know what? I think it's what kind of pictures that you're taking.
Hmm,
Um, I don't think the iPhone camera is bad at all. I'm not saying the iPhone's bad. I mean, I've gone away from the Android ecosystem into the Apple. I play in both ecosystems. Let's just be honest. I'm not tied
hmm,
into one, right? But I think where Apple wins is their ecosystem is still very tight, and I
hmm,
think Samsung are nearly there. Samsung could be the only organization that can give Apple a run for its money. I think there needs to be a bit more collaboration with Microsoft and Samsung on the Windows front,
for sure.
but I think they're nearly there. However, there are still rumors of Microsoft and Apple potentially allowing iMessage to come to Windows, but that's to see. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But we'll wait. We'll wait and see. But a lot is happening in that space. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Hmm.
It'll be interesting. What else has been happening? If you're a gamer, the PlayStation Plus collection will end by the 9th of May.
Hmm. But make sure you claim the games before then, and they're in your library forever. But it does suck that it's going away for anybody new to
It's
PlayStation
no,
Plus.
but no. So this is PlayStation Plus collection.
Yeah.
It had a collection of games, right? So this is separate from the free games you get from PlayStation
Hmm.
Plus. I'm a bit confused because I thought, like, do I need to log on to my PlayStation and just claim everything in PlayStation Plus? I don't
Yeah.
know. I need to have a look into that.
You
But
need to claim anything in the PlayStation Plus collection. But once you do that once, that's it. There's literally an option to claim all as well, from what I saw online.
oh,
I
really?
Yeah, so that will make it better.
Oh, yeah. If I could claim all, because I don't think I'll be sat there waiting for ages to do that. Um, yeah, it's definitely interesting. So Samsung recently have been dominating the news, obviously. What else has been? Oh, the
Mm.
in the UK we have something called Comic Relief, and the Red Nose has been released. Do you want to go over who actually made the Red Nose? Because it's quite funny.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Snoop. This is the first time I've seen this person's name. Joni Ive? I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
wait. You're telling me you don't know who Johnny Ive is?
Johnny Ive. No, this is the first for me. I gather from your reaction that he's
Oh my
rather
God,
famous and I should
Javin,
know him.
where have you been? I mean, for a tech guy, I'm actually quite disappointed.
I, this is a tech thing?
Yeah, okay. Johnny Ive is the guy that designed the aesthetics of the iPhone, that designed the aesthetics
Oh,
of the iPod, who created the design of the bin, the Mac bin. You know what I'm talking about, that
yep, yep.
yeah. And the cheese grater. You know, the Apple cheese grater.
So
That
you're
that is
saying we
all from.
shouldn't like him, is what you're saying?
Oh, you should. I think he's British, hence why I like him.
Okay, if he's British, I'll
Yeah.
give him a pass. And the nose does look very cool. The fact
Oh,
that it's collapsible is
no
very
no.
cool.
In so I got mine today, this morning, right? Through the post. It's really solid.
Okay.
I have to admit, this is probably the best red nose I have ever purchased in my 40 years.
Is that a high bar? Most of them are just terrible. Um, but they're for a
Yeah,
good
no,
cause.
no. The last few were really bad. Like it couldn't even stay on your nose. But this one, not bad, not bad.
Uh,
Okay, Netflix.
Netflix.
News about Netflix.
Mm-mm,
They're bringing
mm-mm.
Spartal Audio to loads of titles, but only for premium subscribers.
You know what the worst thing about this is?
What's that?
Timing. They've just announced that they're going to start cracking down on people sharing passwords between households,
Yeah.
and it feels like they said, "Hey guys, we have the spatial audio coming out. Please stay with us." That's what it really feels like to me. It's a great feature. I tried the demo out that they have. It sounds pretty good, especially
Yeah.
with headphones, of course. But the fact that I can't share my account with the definitely not 6 other people that I know around the world that are using it, that just sucks. Well, why taking that ability away really does just suck.
Yeah, but then they're losing money by you doing that.
They are, but I wouldn't have it otherwise. And if it isn't too easy to get around their new systems of tracking that, I probably will just cancel. And I don't imagine those people will be buying
Wow.
a subscription. Even for
Wow.
the spatial audio, it's just not worth it for me.
No, 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 no. It's not. It's not. Even I'm looking at my Netflix and thinking. I mean, to be honest, right? I come home yesterday late from the office, and there's this Netflix show about a woman who left their dog millions of pounds, and it's called Gunter. The dog's name is Gun. Mate, it's weird. It is very weird.
Yeah, the show selection has gotten really bizarre. I mean, there's some gems every now and again, but my word,
There's a lot of
Gunther,
rubbish on Netflix. That's what
yeah,
I'm trying to say,
it's become
right?
daytime TV. That's pretty much it.
That's the best way of describing Netflix. Daytime TV equals Netflix. Okay, PayPal. Sad news, man. This
Mm.
news keeps on coming. 2,000 employees are being laid off at PayPal.
7% of your workforce. Gosh, it's rough times in the tech sector.
But then, to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought PayPal was far larger. I mean, if 2,000 is 7%, that's quite a lot. PayPal aren't that big then. Unless I'm wrong by saying that.
Um, you're right. It does feel like they'd have a lot more, but I don't know. Maybe that goes to show that they run a tight ship. They don't need as many employees as we thought.
Yeah, maybe. I tell you what though, their support service is rubbish.
Oh, agreed. What 100% that. So maybe they do need more staff, and they're making the wrong choice.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's really weird. Now, the beginning of this year was all about CES.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was not blown away by CES this year at all. What do you think?
There, there were a couple of cool things every now and again. The cars being showed off. That TV, I believe, with the rechargeable batteries, so that you get the fully wireless experience. Are these things that I'm likely to purchase? No. But I'm sure someone left there thinking this will be cool in about 4 years' time when they're actually out.
Yeah, but they had this weird device that you have to pee on, for example, so it analyze your pee. Like that was a bit weird for me. Um,
Some people are about their health, Snoop. We can't discount peeing on things
no, no,
to
no, no. I know that, but I don't know. I just wasn't. I mean, the only thing that really was like, oh my God, it's amazing for a gamer, that is,
hmm.
you had these laptops with the 40 series GPUs.
Yep.
There's a big push for 8K. I don't think the world is yet ready for 8K, I'll be honest,
No, I do not think anyone's ready for 8K.
right? We had one or two electrical cars. Yeah, I get it. I think for me, the only big win is Matter. And I
Matter?
can, so yeah, so Matter. So just so right now we got loads of um home smart devices,
Hmm.
right? And they all use their own stupid system. Like, I run off X, you run off Zigbee, you run off Y, you run off this, right? And they don't talk to one another.
Yep.
Like for me, my Apple Home app, I'm using um a Pi at home so that it can all talk to this one central system, so then it talks to my home app, right? Because there's a lot, like the Ring doorbell isn't, I can't see that natively in the home app. I have to use Rings app. So it's just one of those things, right? They don't talk to one another. Matter is the new standard where all of these smart home devices, the idea will support Matter, meaning it doesn't matter if you're using Apple Home, Google Home, if you're using Amazon, if you're using a Ring, if you're using some Arlo thing, they will all talk back to Matter, and then it just works on everything, right? That's the idea. It just means you buy a smart home thing, it will just work on whatever you got.
Okay, yeah, I do like the interconnectivity. That is a great idea.
That
Assuming,
was long time coming. That needed to come ages ago.
hmm
So I'm glad to see that come in. But CES this year just didn't blow me away. I don't think anything big has come in terms of consumer tech.
no. And I don't know how accurate this is, but I've been seeing new rumors about E3 as well, about Nintendo and Sony and Xbox just completely avoiding it this year. So it seems like,
E3 was messed up. It is messed up. I don't think. Again, I think uh, they want to do their own thing. Everybody wants to do their own
yeah.
thing. And with this downturn that we're having, I don't think people are looking to splurge as much. Prices have
Mm.
gone up. I think the only thing that will get people to buy technology is going down the sustainability route and just simplifying stuff, right? Just make things work with one another properly, or just make it work better. Right. Stepping away from CES,
Mm.
Apple, iPhone 15, obviously people are going to start talking about rumors. The biggest rumor is if you want Wi-Fi 6E, they're saying you will have to buy the iPhone 15 Pro models, and anything that isn't a Pro will have Wi-Fi 6. I know, to be honest, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, same actually. It's just
I
another
I
USP. It's
I
why
don't
not?
think I, for a person at home, I don't think at this moment of time Wi-Fi 6E and 6, that whole Wi-Fi 6 and 6E thing was a mess.
Yeah,
They should have waited before they released Wi-Fi 6 to have 6E and just had 6, right?
yep, yep.
I think that has caused a bit of an issue. We'll have Wi-Fi 7 coming out in March, I think by TP-Link first.
Mm.
Maybe that might be the route to go, but for the time being, um, it's just one of those things. I think they messed up with that.
Mm.
Even though I think Wi-Fi 6 is amazing, I think it's just caused a lot of confusion for normal consumers between the two.
It has. It doesn't make sense. It's more confusing than the USB standard with all the different numbers we have for that. Um, you're right. They should have just combined the two and added on with. But speaking of Apple and withholding features, as this is becoming a trend, isn't it? Um, Holding back on that, HDMI
Well,
2.1
no,
on the
it's not that. It's
MacBooks.
not. Yeah, I know that, but listen, right? It's about the cost,
Hmm.
and I think a normal consumer doesn't care about HDMI 2.1, doesn't care about Wi-Fi. They just want it to work. And I think
Hmm.
I think the mindset of people when it now comes to technology is now about, I just want my thing to work really well, and I don't want to worry about things not working or not breaking or whatever. So I think I think how people are viewing technology now is it's all good, but I just want it to work. And I think that's the big thing. Okay, my favorite news. GoldenEye 007, the game, is now on the Switch and Xbox. But do you know what I hate?
Hmm.
It's not the bloody remastered version that got leaked.
Oh, oh, what? Okay, they've just released Go. That seems
They
bizarre.
they just released the original version that was on the N64 in terms of look and feel,
Yeah.
but they didn't do the remaster. And if everybody's wondering like why I'm so excited about it, it was one of my favorite games, and it it it's such a good game. But I think that there was a lot of issue with licensing and
Yeah.
all of that. It's the whole James Bond franchise and the licensing behind it all is was a mess until Amazon bought them out. But hey, one of those things, just not the version that I was looking forward to. But I still, amazing game. I love the game still.
Worth a pickup.
Unplayable. Yeah, 100% worth the pick up, but really unplayable on a Switch because of the controller. You need to have that in, you need to have the Nintendo 64 Bluetooth controller to play the game because on the normal joypads, it's impossible to get your head around it. Impossible. I have tried to the point that I just play it on my Xbox. So I'm like, screw this.
Okay, I will take your
Yeah.
advice.
No,
I,
seriously, not
yeah,
until you don't get that N64 Bluetooth controller. Don't bother with it, Javid.
I will put it on the list.
Yeah. Microsoft, their services going down earlier on this week.
Yep.
Having more of a trend, isn't it? With Amazon going down, Microsoft going down.
It is becoming a trend. It's not a good one. If you
No.
combine that with all those cyber attacks going on in the news, this year shaping up to be really weird for the tech sector again.
Yeah. Was it 2 days ago? I saw that Google, their phone system
Yeah,
died.
Google Fi. Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a customer leak or customer
Ah,
data breach.
it's just one of those things, isn't it? It's just, but again, we live in a world where all of this is going to happen more often.
Yep.
What can we do? What can we do? Is there anything that caught your eye, Javid? Whilst I try and grab a cable before my headset dies. Jesus, I should have charged it. I should have charged this before the podcast.
No,
Oh
we,
dear.
we we do it fast and loose here. We don't need to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
Honestly, not a whole lot this year. The car announcement from Sony, I think we touched on it briefly. Just with how absurd the concept of Sony making a car is.
Yeah, but Sony are making it with
With
Honda.
Honda. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
Okay,
it's
but
just
okay, but what was the name of the organization? That's the one thing that I found absurd.
what was the name of the organization? Vision something?
No, something
Oh,
else, but it was just a rubbish name.
a feeler.
A feeler. There we go.
A feel. Oh, Sony. Come on.
Yeah. Just
Come on,
typical Sony,
Sony.
isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that Sony and Honda, like, come on, you could have come with a better name than that. They should have just called it Jabbered.
They should have, honestly. I might send them an email, see what they think.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
some
sounds
rebranding
good.
going.
That sounds good. But yeah, those are the news that we've got so far. It's just the tech world, I guess, is still playing a bit of catch up. But the only big thing is AI.
AI, the
Yeah,
future, and
AI.
the future's
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it is. It is. So if you haven't had a chance to play with Chat GPT, please do. But yeah, until next time, is there anything else, Javid, before we say
ChatGPT is great, but I
yeah?
also recommend character.ai. I believe the website is literally just beta.character.ai. It is just like ChatGPT, but people have gone in and made bots that behave exactly like video game characters.
Oh,
Yesterday, I saw a video of someone speaking to Mario character AI
yeah.
and letting the AI know that he's an AI. And then he had a whole breakdown asking about how the whole world works, asking about his brother Luigi, and it got to me, man. It was a
Ah,
sad sight.
what was that link again?
Beta.character.ai.
Yeah, interesting. I'll have to give that a go. I haven't heard of that one, so I will definitely give that a go today, probably right after this podcast.
Mm.
But on that note, I wanted to say thank you to everybody for joining this podcast. I'm glad that my headset lasted all this time. No, that's a lesson for next time. Charge your headset. But no, until next time, we'll probably make another episode next week. We are gonna, I know I've said this 100 times, but we definitely are going to do this more often. I think we were just waiting for the right time, weren't we, to do this podcast to
Yep,
come back. New season, new beginnings. Ben will join us next time. He was going to join us today, but there's a horrible bug going around at the moment in the UK.
yep.
So people are getting a bit bedbound. I was bedbound over the weekend. But yeah, I hope everybody out there stays safe and yeah, keep it nerdy, my friends. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's it. Is that a new catchphrase?
Keep it nerdy. Yeah, maybe. I like the idea of saying keep it
We'll workshop
nerdy.
something. I like that as well.
Yeah, yeah. All right then. Have a good one, and no, thank you to everybody out there, and we'll hopefully come back to you next week again with more tech news. Bye, everybody.